Remember to subscribe and like the video because we have huge things coming. 841 receptions, 11,263 yards, and 75 touchdowns. Those are the career stats for now free agent wide receiver Antonio Brown. The former Steelers superstar's future has been in question since the conclusion of HBO's Hard Knocks last summer. Brown was in the prime of his career and showed no signs of slowing down. The Raiders seemed ready for a bounce-back year of sorts, but it all fell apart as soon as it seemed like a real possibility. Brown's off-the-field antics overshadowed his monstrous career numbers and pedigree. The debacle regarding his helmet became headline news across the league, and HBO was able to capture every second of it. By the time the season started, Brown was off the team. With his reputation tainted, options were limited. Belichick's stern leadership was thought to be the one thing that could stop Brown's death spiral, and for one game, it seemed like it was going to work, but it didn't. Sexual assault allegations put Brown back out on the street. His antics caused even further detriment to his chances of rejoining the NFL ranks. When he criticized past teammates and coaches, he had a workout with the New Orleans Saints, but character concerns prevented the Super Bowl hopefuls from signing him. At this point, Antonio Brown is a lost cause. His age and issues off the field will create so much bad publicity for any team that the bad certainly outweighs the good. Maybe he'll come back to the league one day, but not without a drastic change in character. It would be nice to see him cap off his stellar career on a high note, but there are only a handful of NFL head coaches who would be willing to take on such a task as managing Brown. With that being said, let's go through his possible suitors and where he could end up. Before we can move on with the video, remember to subscribe and like the video because we have huge things coming. The Jacksonville Jaguars could make a huge splash by signing Antonio. They risk nothing in doing so because most people consider the Jags to be a bottom feeder this upcoming season. And after being out of the league for pretty much an entire year, Brown would most likely not command a massive contract. DJ Chark would benefit greatly from Antonio Brown's presence, even if Brown didn't mentor him directly, as Brown would probably draw a lot of double teams, creating space for Chark to work one-on-one to the table wherever he goes. After Minshew Mania ended last year, the Jaguars have been nothing more than an afterthought. Antonio Brown won't make them a contender, but would definitely draw in a lot of press for the team. The Baltimore Ravens could be another destination for Antonio Brown. He had been seen in the DC/Maryland area as of late, and has worked out with Lamar Jackson and some other current Raven players. The Ravens do not boast the best wide receiver core, and AB could be just what they need to put them over the top. Even if he isn't the same player he was 2 or 3 years ago, he commands attention from the defense every time he steps on the field. He would give Lamar Jackson a proven weapon in the passing game that could possibly turn the rush-heavy offense into one whose unpredictably makes it impossible for defenses to game plan for. The New York Jets are the last team on the list. They lost Robbie Anderson this offseason and added Denzel Mims in the draft. Although Mims is a great talent, throwing a rookie into the leading wide receiver role from the get-go could stunt his development. Adding Antonio Brown would give the Jets time to work with Mims and prepare him for a bigger role in the future. Brown would also greatly help out Sam Darnold. Since coming into the NFL, Sam Darnold hasn't had the weapons necessary to succeed. Antonio Brown would give him a security blanket and allow him to get in rhythm, and could even potentially be the catalyst that he just needs to grow into a top quarterback in the league. Overall, there are not many teams looking into signing Antonio Brown. His antics off of the field have pushed many teams away, but if the talent is still there and he matures, we could see him wearing an NFL uniform by early September.